simple interest. In this unit, we will talk about the simple interest. What is simple interest? Simple interest is a quick and easy method of calculating the interest charged on a loan. Simple interest is based on the principal amount of a loan or deposit. The principal amount is the amount of money that you put in the bank, and the money that the bank is paying is the interest. Para malaman natin kung magkano ang interest, the percentage of principal amount will be computed, which is the rate of the interest for the period of time. But don't forget, we will calculate the decimal equivalent of percentage bago natin ito i-substitute sa formula. To calculate the simple interest, you have to remember the simple interest formula, which is I equals P times R times T, where I is interest, P is principal amount, R is the rate, and T is the time. So let's have an examples.
Calculate the simple interest earned if the principal amount is 500 pesos with an interest rate of 6% after a period of 3 years. The first thing we need to do is to organize the information we need from the given problem. So we have a principal amount of 500 pesos, rate of 6%, and in decimal form 0.06, and time is 3 years. After organizing, we will write the formula. After writing the formula and determining what is missing variable from the problem, we were going to substitute the given values in our problem. The missing variable is I, which is the simple interest. 500 times 0.06 times 3 equals 90. We can directly put it in our calculator. The interest, 178 pesos, was earned at interest rate of 4% in 2 years. How much should be invested in a bank where the given simple interest? We have interest of 178 pesos, rate of 4%, or in decimal 0.04, time is 2 years, and principal amount is the unknown variable. Let's substitute the given values in our formula. So we have 178 equals principal times 0.04 times 2. Bring down the 178 and multiply our rate in our time equals to 0.08. Divide both sides in 0.08. Cancel out the 0.08 over 0.08. Bring down P, divide 178 by 0.08 equals to 2,225. Our principal is 2,225. To check kung tama ang sagot natin, isubstitute lang natin ang given value sa ating formula at yung nakuhang sagot. For example, our interest is 178 equals principal of 2,225 multiplied by rate 0.04 multiplied by time is 2. We can directly put it on our calculator. At kung parehas ang ating interest at ang principal, tama ang ating sagot.
Pag rate or yung time na yun nawawala, same procedure lang din sa pagkuha ng principal amount. Now let's talk about the value added to simple interest. The value added to simple interest formula is A equals P multiplied by 1 plus R times T, where A is the sum of principal amount and simple interest, and P is the principal amount, R is the rate, and T is the time in years. Most of the banks are offering short-term loans with one another to ensure that they have capital on hand. This offering can be done even in overnight loans. So let's have an examples.
Suppose the two banks are negotiating to one another, Bank A and Bank B. Bank A asks Bank B to lend it with 2 million pesos, but only for 1 day. Then perhaps the response of Bank B is, I can only afford you of 1 million pesos with an interest rate of 4.5%. How much would Bank A have pay tomorrow if it agrees with the condition offered by Bank B? Hint, 360 days equals 1 year. Why 1 year instead of 365 days? Because the bank rule, all months in years are counted as 30 days and a year is counted as 360 days. Write down the formula, then organize the information that we need from the given problem. The sum of principal amount and simple interest is unknown variable. So we have principal amount of 1 million pesos, rate of 4.5% or in decimal form 0.045. Our time is 1 day, so we have 1 over 360 days. Let's substitute our given values in our formula. Apply the PEMDAS rule. Bring down the 1 million pesos. Direct to put in our calculator the 1 plus 0.045 multiplied by 1 over 360. We have 1.00125 multiplied by 1 million in 1.00125 is equals to 1,125,000 pesos.
Promissory note is a written promise to repay a debt. Ito yung kasulatan na may nahiram kang ganitong pera at may responsibilidad kang bayaran ito. It is done by the person who is borrowing the money from the bank or any lending institution. Lenders use promissory note to evidence their loans and they have obligation to repay them. Ang promissory note din ang siyang nagsisilbing reference of a loan agreement. It is legally evidence. Unit 2, Compound Interest. What is compound interest? Compound interest is defined as the interest of interest. It is where the interest is added back to the principal amount and the interest will gain more interest. Ito yung may interest ka na, yung interest na yon, magkakaroon pa ulit ng interest. The formula of compound interest is A equals to P multiplied by 1 plus R over N and exponent of N times, where A is the future value of investment, P is principal amount, R is the annual interest rate in decimal form, and T is the time, and N is the number of times that interest is compounded per unit T.
If an amount of 5,000 pesos is deposited into a savings account at annual interest rate of 5%, compounded monthly, what is the value of investment after 10 years? So let's organize the information that we need from the given problem. The unknown variable is A, or the future value of the investment. We have principal amount of 5,000 pesos. R or our rate is 5% or in decimal form 0.05. The T or time is 10 years. We have N or the number of times that the interest is compounded per unit, which is compounded monthly, so we have 12 months. We will write our formula. A equals P multiplied by 1 plus R over N, exponent of N multiplied by T. Now let's substitute our given values in our formula. So we have A equals 5,000 multiplied by 1 plus 0.05 over 12 and exponent of 12 times 10. Let's compute first our exponent. 12 times 10 is 120. Multiply naman natin yung 1 plus 0.05 over 12 sa ating exponent, equals to 1.647009498. We can directly put it in our calculator. And now let's multiply it in 5,000, equals to 8,235.05. The benefits of the compound interest using our example: without the compound interest, your investment would be only 7,500 pesos. With 250 interest per year, plus your puhunan na 5,000. Because of the interest, you will gain for 735 pesos.
Pag ang interest rate ang nawawala, iba ang formula na gagamitin natin. The formula for interest rate is R equals N multiplied by A over P exponent of 1 over N times T and minus 1.
Let's use the given values and let's assume na wala ang interest rate ng given example kanina sa pagkuha natin ng value of investment. Tingnan natin kung makukuha natin ang interest rate niya using the new formula. Now let's substitute the given value sa ating formula. So we have N, which is 12 multiplied by 8,235.05 over 5,000 with exponent of 1 over 12 times 10. We will minus it in 1. We will compute first our exponent equals to 1 over 120. Next, we will compute our exponent, our A over P. We can directly put it in our calculator. It is equals to 1.00416669. And last, we will directly put it in our calculator. 12 multiplied by 1.00416669 minus 1 is equals to 0.05. 0.05 multiplied by 100 to get the percentage equals to 5%. We get the right interest rate using our formula.
Pag ang principal amount naman ang variable na nawawala or yung dapat nating hanapin, iba ang format ng ating formula. Ang ating formula for principal amount is P equals A over 1 plus R over N and exponent of N times T.
Your goal is to end up with 10,000 pesos in 5 years and you can get an 8% interest rate on your savings. Compound monthly. How much money you have need to start up? Write our formula. P is equals to A over 1 plus R over N with exponent of NT or N times T. Next, we will organize the information that we need from the given problem. Now, we're going to substitute our given values in our formula. Principal amount equals to 10,000 over 1 plus 0.08 over 12 with exponent of 12 times 5. We'll multiply our 1 plus 0.08 over 12 in our exponent. We can directly put it in our calculator equals to 1.489845,708. 10,000 divide 1.489845,708 equals to 6,712.10. So you need to start off with 6,712.10 pesos to achieve your goal.